The first question is, what were the challenges before you started working with us? What was there? What was there that you thought, okay, maybe we need to fix this as fast as possible?
I mean, how much time you got with challenges? We came into the relationship with a pretty complex product and system. We both needed a robust sort of website. We're online purchasing, but then we also have a online curriculum, a learning management system. We need to send out product monthly. We need to send out emails monthly, and the coordination of the shipping, the logistics, the emails, the content, the different products, the international shipping, that was just overwhelming us, truthfully. And we've worked with several other agencies, and just some were good in some spaces, sort of, the web maintenance, maybe some better in marketing, but really had a hard time finding a true sort of synergistic relationship and someone that was willing to dive into these really complex problems that we, over a year or more, were having a hard time solving. And so that was what led us to Digital Made.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that. And about the communication, what do you think about it? Like, I mean, what do you think is different about the agency that you're working on right now, Digital Made, and the other agencies or other people like freelancers that you work with? Obviously, there is, we talk about performance. The performance should be there. The quality of the work should be there when you're working on the site. The quality, how fast it is, how good is it, technical, and also in terms of design. But
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about the communication, and how do you feel? What is the relationship?
Yeah, our communication is strong. I think in the past we have worked with both agencies and freelance, and contracted consultants, and certainly in the contracted consultant freelancer space, you can find a range of communication, but usually poor, right? Usually a pretty strong lag. And as I mentioned, if we have a software as service element to our product and that goes down, that needs to be five alarm fire, fixed immediately. And so that was not reassuring. There was that trepidation that comes with having slow communication, poor communication. But I've found in Digital Made, great sort of style and organization. As you could tell, we have many irons in the fire with what we're doing, and so to organize those pieces and have someone be able to remind us of things that we even have ideas of that we mentioned one time that would be cool to do. Having that all cataloged, and having the structure that you guys use has been refreshing, and also just kind of helps put me as a founder at ease that we know kind of where to find things. I'm still learning. I know I'm not as tech savvy with some of the different elements that we use for our communication stream, but you put it all in place, you have it all structuralized, you have it all there. And so it's been kind of a breath of fresh air for us.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just you from not your side. It's not just you that you're, struggling. Like, I cannot say struggle, but it's not easy to have a very streamlined communication. And I think it's the second important aspect when you're working within a company, like two companies working with each other.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is obviously quality, like I said, quality and performance. And the second thing is communication and how you communicate and streamlining that communication that is easy as possible. But before you started working with us, did you have two options? Like, did you compare two agencies? Like, I have two agencies here. Which one of them I choose, or us and you directly started with us?
I think that as I mentioned in sort of that first round, we learn through error. That's one of the best ways to learn, I guess, by making mistakes. Um, we learned what we were looking for and what the groups, agencies, freelancers that we had worked with in the past didn't have that we needed. And so I don't think it wasn't like I would love to have had you been one of our two or three first round, this is hitting the ground running, starting with you. But we had several false starts or initial growths and relationships that kind of grew past their prime, or just, as I mentioned, communication styles that differed and organization styles that differed. And so there wasn't a here versus here for us. It was, we are seeing what's not working. So now let's find something that will work.
Yeah. And then what would you say has improved since working with us? What is the most significant improvement that you have been seeing?
I think I can't overstate the abilities you guys have shown in the, web maintenance is a soft term for what you're doing. You really was what you're finding, or we're identifying pain points in our flow structure, or inefficiencies even, and eliminating them. And so when we're looking to say, yeah, we have subscribers come on at this time, we need emails to go out at X number of days or at this point of the month, that ability of yours to just tackle problems that others are either unable to, lack the skill set for, or find too daunting to take on, your willingness to hit those head on and say, we don't have a solution yet, but, and I mean, your response time is insane. A week from now, we will. And something that has taken us a year or 2 years of conversation to try to smooth out, and sometimes getting an answer of, you can't have that, that's not possible. That's been a huge boon for us. That's been something that's been really great to see. So that's been the most valuable thing for me. Seeing the, founder startup have this baby that we're trying to grow, and then seeing parts that are just like, I wish this was better, and your ability to make that better is definitely your greatest strength from my angle.
Some of these functionalities that we talk about, that I say yes like 100% of the time. I mean, 99% of the time, there's no functionality that you explain and I say, no, that's impossible to do. I've got to give a shout out to the team. I'm going to send this and send them this and say, I say yes always. So when I come back, when I come off the call with you, I have a plan in my mind how we can implement it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I don't have it. But I say yes, and then I so even the team doesn't have any plan. I say now I said it. Now we have to do it. There's no other
Yep.
way.
Yeah.
We did it.
We got to fix it.
I said yes, and we are going to do
We
it.
can do it, so we have to. That's what we agreed.
Yeah, we agreed upon doing it, so we have to do it now. And
Yeah.
then I think that puts a pressure on to the team and to myself that we have to sit down and find a solution for it. Without that solution, we're not going to go on the call with Jason. And when we go on the call with Jason, we need to have a solution, right? And then somehow it works all the time. And they say no, it doesn't happen. It's too difficult. It doesn't happen. But that's not just when you say yes, and then you go and then you find a way.
Hmm.
Is much always works. I mean,
I
with
like
you
that
as well.
strategy. It's a good strategy.
Yeah. What do you think if someone asks you, like some other business owner asks you, if you want to like in one sentence or two sentences, like short, how is it working with digital mate? What would you tell them? Another agency owner or another company? What would you tell them? Another startup owner?
1 to 2 sentences is hard to encapsulate, but I think it's smooth, um, with ownership, and bi-directional ownership, which I appreciate, keeping us honest and earnest to what we're supposed to do, and progressive or forward moving constantly. I guess those are the things that come to mind immediately as working with you guys.